my courageous Cancers, and welcome to your April energy reading. This is a reading that is general, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also check out the other signs in your chart if they resonate with you more. However, if you like this, please do like, subscribe, share, all that great stuff. It is free, it is fun, and it helps it get to the other lovely Cancers. All right, April is a big month. Lots of changes, double moons, eclipses, all kinds of good stuff that haven't happened in a long time, different shifts that we've been waiting for. So if you are feeling some changes, some different energy vibrations, that could be why. But otherwise, let's go ahead and get started here, shall we? Your first row is indicative of where you are now. Do remember, time is fluid in tarot, so where you are now might be where you've been for the past week or the past month, etc. Your second row is what you don't see coming, okay? So things that are on the horizon for the month and even into possibly next month meaning May. Of course, we're doing April. And the last row is Spirit's advice to you. So let's take a gander here. We'll of course get some clarifiers once we get through these from the psychic deck to try to get some elaborations for you. But to start out, we have the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so I do feel like for you, things aren't clear. You don't have a clear vision. You don't have a clear path of what you want right now. Okay. So maybe you had, a job lined up or a job option or things that you had at work that you knew you wanted to do. And now all of a sudden something's happened and it's just changed. Okay. So maybe you had a plan, something fell through. You lost your job, something changed there, okay? Or it could be a relationship situation. So maybe you were in a relationship and you broke up, okay? So now you're kind of like, I have no plan. Or maybe you were in are in a relationship and you were really expecting it to be going this certain way. You kind of had a time frame in mind, a timeline in mind, and you kind of have had a discussion or something's kind of popped up in discussion recently, and you've kind of realized that things aren't going to go the way you kind of expected them to. Perhaps something's popped up with your significant other and you found out that maybe they don't want kids, or they aren't wanting to get married ever, or they're planning to move for a job or something that has completely just blown your preconceived notions out of the water. So for whatever reason, whatever it may be, whether it's work or whether it is romance, whatever aspect of your life, you have kind of all of a sudden become very much clouded, okay, in what your expectations are. You're confused, you're shaded, kind of like, it's not clear. So the High Priestess is typically like all-knowing, all-seeing, but right now you're kind of like, I have no clue, okay? So the next step here we have is the Chariot in reverse, okay? So I think this goes perfectly with that concept because the Chariot is usually a good positive movement forward. You're making good progress, good movement forward. And with this, you're not. And I think that again is just further reiterating the fact that whatever it was that you were planning or whatever movement forward you kind of had in mind, preconceived, you were planning to move forward in your job this way. You had a step-by-step plan. You had they always say, you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans. That's like an old saying that I've heard. But again, I think whatever it is, it's kind of put the brakes on your movement forward. So, maybe, you got dumped. Maybe you dumped somebody because things just weren't working. Maybe your job just got laid, they did layoffs, or they decided they aren't giving promotions this year because of cutbacks, or they've decided they're not going to be doing raises and bonuses, and you had plans for that. Whatever it may be, whatever plan you had, somehow, some reason, that has just been kiboshed, okay? And because of that, you are feeling very much kind of at a loss, and you really don't know what you need to do to move forward now, okay? So your High Priestess is a little bit up in the air, backwards. Your Chariot is kind of stopped, halted in reverse, confused. Which way do we go? I'm at a fork in the road. What the heck do I do now, okay? Your next card is the Empress, and it's in reverse, okay? Well, your Empress here is, it's typically like, hey, I've got everything under control. I'm chilling. I'm You know, I'm the maternal figure, gender neutral, but I am that figure that's got everything under control. I'm perched on my chair. I'm watching the fruits of my labor grow. It's fantastic. But again, upside down, because again, whatever it is, whatever you've had really in the works, really planned out, really organized, ready to go, kind of, this is my preconceived mental notion, this is what I had planned, this is what we were going to do. And it could be something as simple as this is what we had planned for spring break, and it just fell through, okay, just completely. Or, you know, we were going to do this, this, and this with finances. We were buying this new house, and your house purchase fell through last minute. Whatever, okay? We were packed to move and everything fell through. Okay, holy crap, what do we do now? We've already sold our house. You know, it could be anything like that, but whatever it is, it's really put a wrench in your plans, okay? And you're kind of at a loss. And with the Empress too, because that is a maternal figure, you know, for many of you, you may be going through fertility treatments, fertility issues. You know, you may have lost a child, you know, in utero, you know, a miscarriage. It could be something where you just found out that your significant other does not want children when you fully expected in your mind that that was just a given. And so now you're kind of like, do I even want to be with this person? And you've either already broken up with them or you're contemplating that because that was a major thing that you automatically expected. You were going to be a mother or father, and now your significant other has put a complete hitch in that giddy up. So, you know, that could be a factor there too. But again, I feel like whatever it is in your life that you really had planned on, it has really come to a screeching halt with something, you know, that's happened. So for you, you aren't in your best place right now because you're kind of at a loss. You don't know what to do. You're kind of feeling like you're juggling, like, what do I do? What do I do? And it's really put everything to a screeching halt for you right now. Okay. But let's see what's coming for you for the, you know, for the rest of the month. Hopefully we'll have some better news. So we have the Magician in reverse. Okay. And the Magician in reverse is, you know, it could be that, you know, you have somebody who, is going to try to help you. Okay. So there could be somebody who is going to help you with some things, you know, help you kind of get some things lined out. All right. Because, I feel like that's not your energy. I don't feel like that's the energy that you have. But it could be your energy and you're feeling that you're very upside down, that all the tools at your disposal just can't, you don't know what to do with them. Okay. You have plenty of tools. You have lots going on. You have, you know, you've got a lot of opportunities. You got a lot of things going on, but you just don't know what to do with them. Because this is falling under your High Priestess card. So it's possible. And you know, the more I'm feeling it, the more I'm thinking that perhaps that could be what it is that you feel like you're weighing all of your tools and which ones you want to use. Because at this point you're like, you know, I have the strength, I have the job, I have this, I have that, I have all of these things to fall back on, but they don't all fix, you know, what I need them to fix without, you know, compromising something else. Okay. So that's why it's in reverse, because you can utilize tools. You have things at your disposal, but no matter what choice you take, it's still going to cost you something else. Okay. So you can salvage stuff that's gone wrong here, but you're going to have to sacrifice somewhere else. Okay. And I feel like that's something that you're kind of struggling with. So you're really contemplative right now. Your next card is the Devil card. And that is falling below your Chariot in reverse. So, you know, I do feel like that the person that is causing this is somebody that you see as a devil energy. They are a devil energy. You're tied to them in some way. So again, this could be a boss that has really you know, you're viewing them in a devil energy because it's a boss that, you know, they have promised you something and then taken it away, and you were counting on this very much. So it's kind of like Christmas vacation. You know, I already put money down on the pool and now I'm not getting the money. What do I do? You know, I'm in trouble. You know, but for many of you, I feel like this is a significant other that you're tied to. You know, if you look at it, it's two people tied together. And they've really just done something to you that they've done you really wrong. And you feel as though you know, you're really contemplative because you don't know what to do. Some of you feel like, you know, you don't necessarily, you're so tied to them that maybe you've got kids with them, maybe you've got houses with them, this and that. And, you know, yes, you can use your strength to leave them, but it will affect your finances. You know, you might lose the relationship. But then it, you know, it might affect, you know, other aspects, like the fact that you wanted to have kids and you're, you know, getting on, in years and your clock is ticking. And so, you know, you've got all these things you're weighing out. And this devil energy may be somebody who, again, they've either done something really, really wrong to you that's made you have to weigh things, or they've just said something to you that's been so hurtful that to you it feels like devilish, because it's like, why wouldn't you have told me this long ago? Why, you know, if you didn't want children, if you didn't want to get married, you know, if you were never ever going to do these things, why would you lead me on? Okay, why would you do this to me? So I feel like that's kind of what's going on here with this, and you're really, really upset about it. You really don't know what to do about it, because it's like, yes, if I leave this person, I would be able to find someone new. I have Cups energy, but I'd be starting all over. So I might be sacrificing other options. I might be sacrificing funds. I might be sacrificing my ability to have kids, you know. So all these tools that you have, you'll have them, but you'll be sacrificing something else, okay? And again, with the High Priestess, you know, you can choose one, but you might sacrifice the other, okay? So you're at a standstill. And the next card is your Hermit card, okay? So with this, I'm feeling like, you know, you're feeling alone, okay? This is how I feel about this. I feel like this is more so, instead of feeling like you're stuck inside, or feeling like you, whatever, I feel like this is, you feel alone, okay? You may not be alone in this, but you feel alone, okay? I feel like, and it could be even then, you know, you may have had a miscarriage and your person is like, who cares? They may not be supportive of you. They may be like, well, good, you know, that's almost a load off my mind because I really didn't want kids or something. And it's just been like not only a mental blow to you because you thought they wanted kids, but it's also an emotional blow because they're not being supportive of you. So you feel like you're completely going through everything alone. You know, there's a lot of things here, but I do feel like you feel like everything that you're facing, you're going through this alone. And this Empress energy here, again, is in reverse, because the Empress energy is usually somebody who they're surrounded by things that they have accomplished and they're watching the fruits of their labor. But you're very much feeling like you don't have fruits of labor. You don't have anybody around you. You don't have anything to surround yourself with, to see grow and enjoy. You're very much feeling alone right now. So with that being said, what is Spirit's advice to you? So here we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. So I feel like what Spirit is saying to you is, you know, you've been stabbed in the back. And with the Devil energy, I can see that. I think Spirit is saying you need to heal from this, and you need to not go back to that. You need healing time, okay? I think Spirit is telling you need to heal first before you make any decisions, okay? Before you make any High Priestess decisions, before you make any decisions about what tools you're going to use, what sacrifices you're going to make, you need to heal from this, okay? And you need to not go back and jump into anything until you've made a non-emotional decision, okay? Because emotional decisions are very bad decisions most of the time. Okay. They are things that are just, knee-jerk reactions. They are not well thought out, and they can get you into a lot of trouble or back into a bad place, those kinds of things. So I think this is the first thing that Spirit wants you to know, is that you have to make a decision. We understand that, but you need to make a decision that is rational, it's thought out, and you need to heal a little bit before you make any decisions, because emotional decisions are bad decisions, okay? The next card is Spirit is telling you need to make a decision. So first heal, then make a decision. And this decision is falling under your Chariot that's stopped. We're in reverse. And the Devil card. So I feel like Spirit is telling you that you need to obviously not go back to this Devil energy. This person has put you in a horrible position, okay? They have stopped your movement forward. They've affected your life in a way that makes you feel alone, scared, upset. They're clearly presenting Devil energy. They have stopped your movement forward with very little regard, obviously, because they don't care that they've made you feel alone, and they are Devil energy. So I feel like, Spirit is saying, you need to make a decision, and it needs to be driven by this Devil, meaning that you need to really, really understand what this is. That this doesn't matter how manipulative, how good they are with words. They could be a wordsmith. They could be the most gorgeous person in the world. They might be able to push every button that you've got to say the right things, but they're still the Devil underneath. Think about how they made you feel back here. Think is the key. Think with your head, not with your heart. Again, this is why Spirit's telling you to heal a little bit first, not emotional. Then make the decision to get the hell away from the Devil, okay? Because they're still the Devil, no matter how you slice it. And then the last card here is the Five of Pentacles. And this Five of Pentacles is, this is a card where it's a financial struggle, okay? But if you look at this card, this card is somebody trying to be helped by somebody else, but there's somebody holding them back, okay? So I think what Spirit is trying to tell you with this is that this person has been dragging you back. This person's been holding you back. This person's been keeping you down throughout this process, throughout probably much longer than this process, honestly, and you may not have noticed it, okay? The other thing that I've noticed about this card is they are walking by what appears to be a church, okay? And usually churches, for the most part, offer charitable things. They offer warm shelter. They offer help. So there's probably a lot of things out there that are help you may have never noticed, okay? So if you need the help, if you're feeling alone, this is under your Hermit card where you're alone, okay? If you're feeling alone and weighed down by this Devil energy, first of all, make the decision to get the hell rid of the Devil, first of all. And second of all, look around for other sources of help, okay? There are groups that can help you if it's a grieving process. Depending on what your issue is, there are groups that can help you, support groups. There are, if you need financial help, there are plenty of, again, churches, things like that, missions, tons of support systems, support groups. Reach out to friends, family members, co-workers, whatever you've got. Reach out. Do not be scared. Do not feel alone. Do not feel ashamed. Do not feel anything. This is somebody else's doing that made you feel in this way, okay? And it may be you're in a situation that's making you feel alone, but you're not alone, okay? So Spirit is telling you, make a decision to get away from this person. Heal a little bit first before you make that decision so that you make a good decision to get the hell away from them. And then if you need to reach out for help so you don't feel alone, do so, but drop the baggage. And the Devil is the baggage, okay? I think we can all agree. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers here from our psychic deck. See if we can get any more sort of insight on these. Hopefully give us a little bit more clarity, or maybe some tips, tricks, hints here from this deck. Give us, whoa. Wow, I just threw the whole deck in the floor, didn't I? Okay, don't mind me. All right, okay. Goodness gracious. All right, well, we'll do Another shuffle here. Let's do some separating here. Wow, that was chaos. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so, all right, now on our High Priestess in reverse, we have awareness, okay? So clearly you're aware of the problem, you just don't have the answer, okay? So being aware is the first thing. Obviously, it's like anything else. You cannot solve a problem until you're aware there's a problem. And I think that's the main thing. You have to be aware, you have to understand that this is a problem. So you have to really understand that this is a problem. I think that's what Spirit wants you to understand too. So don't just sweep it under the rug. Don't just say, oh, you know, I've been wanting to get married for 5 years and this person just told me that they don't ever want to get married. You know, maybe they'll change their mind in another 5 years. Okay. We don't want that. That's not gonna work. Okay. Don't do that. Be aware of how you feel. Be aware of whatever it is that if it makes you feel like it's a problem, okay? Be aware. You can't fix it until you know it's a problem. All right, the Chariot in reverse, intuition. Okay, your intuition is telling you you've got to stop going forward. So again, once you've been aware, I think you know, then you are stopping moving forward, which is the best move, okay? Because that tells me that you are accepting the fact that you don't want to keep going down this road. Because that is the worst thing you can do, is to just keep on keeping on, wasting another however many years, months, weeks, days of whatever the problem may be, okay? We don't want to keep doing that. I don't care if it's a job, I don't care if it's a relationship, I don't care what it is, you don't want to keep doing it, okay? So how about the Empress in reverse? Harmony, okay? With this Empress being in reverse, it's telling me you are not feeling harmonious at all. You are feeling like you cannot, you can't deal with it. Whatever it is, you are very unhappy, okay? If it is a child that you wanted and you're not going to get now because of something they've said, or you've lost a child, something like that, you know, I do feel like you are just not feeling harmonious at all. And you know this. So this has to change, okay? We had a jumper here on the Magician in reverse. It's the waiting game. And again, I think this is something that we have said all along, is that, you know, you have the tools, you know you have the tools, but you need to wait to use those tools until you are sure what to do with those tools and until you've healed a little bit down here, okay? Because any tool that you use, remember, most likely it's going to have, you know, an opposite effect, right? An equal and opposite reaction, right? I mean, that's physics. So, you know, you're going to want to make sure you're weighing everything out, because whatever tool you decide to use may cause you to have to sacrifice another one. And that's the reality of it. The Devil here. Movement, choices, and decisions. And I think that is a grand card. It's a grand card for that. Because if you don't move away from that Devil, if you don't make a choice to get rid of that thing, and you don't make a decision that it's got to go, you are going to be in a world of hurt. If you waste more of your life on that, boy, oh boy, you will regret it, okay? Trust me. Spirit's telling you that. The cards are telling you that. Common sense should tell you that. But I have been in these situations myself, and it's easier said than done, especially if they're a person who is a narcissist that has groomed you, and they are so good at saying exactly what you want to hear and telling you exactly what you need, and lying through their teeth, and pretty words and all that fun stuff. Boy, oh boy, they can absolutely make it seem like a dream come true, can't they? They can talk their way out of anything with a golden mouthpiece. So trust me when I tell you, I know it is easier said than done, but please don't stick around, okay? The Hermit, destiny. And with that, you're feeling alone, okay? I know you feel alone. I know you feel like you are handling this alone, but it is not your destiny to be alone. If you look at this card, you will see There are so many people in this card. They're all you, okay? But what that is saying that there are so many people who are wanting to be right there, right beside you, just like you. They want to be another version of you to help you. They want to hear your side. They want to be your second. They want to be your reflection. They want to do everything they can to help you. That's what you just need to reach out for, okay? Just trust me that people will help you, but you have to ask for the help. Get it. It's there. I promise you. And I don't care if you get it from a friend, you get it from an anonymous source, you dial one of the 800 numbers. I don't care. There are a billion resources. Get on the internet, check if you need it. But there is somebody that's always there for you. You don't ever have to go through things alone, okay? So 10 of Swords in reverse, power, okay? Knowledge is power. I won't say it again because I've said it too many times. People think I'm crazy. You know, I feel like an after school special from the 80s. Dating myself right now. But anyway, knowledge is power, okay? I love this card, by the way. It's so pretty. Look at that. I love lions. Anyway, knowledge is power. And I tell you that this card, I think, means that you need to heal a little bit so that you can make a knowledgeable decision, not an emotional one. And I think that is where your power will come from. Your power will come from realizing that someone stabbed you in the back, the devil, and that you need to make a rational, mental, knowledgeable decision, not an emotional one, and not listen to pretty words. Realize that you have the power to overcome any bull crap they feed you, and you will handle it, okay? You have more power than you know, okay? You'll be just fine. 2 of Wands. Moving on. Make the decision to move on. If Spirit hasn't told you and I haven't told you, let me say it again. Get away from the devil, okay? Movement, choices, decisions. Move on. It's literally telling you in words, literally in words. Like, I mean, it's okay. Move on. Just move on. Get away from this person. Run for your life. All right, 5 of Pentacles. What do we got? Authority. Okay. You have the authority to kick this person to the curb. They've been dragging you down. They've been weighing you down. They have been holding you back. They have been making you feel alone, feel like crap for too long. You also have the authority to get any help you want. You have the authority to call a number, go to a church, go to a mission, go to a soup kitchen if you're worried about money, go to a support group if you need emotional support. There are a billion, zillion, trillion out there on the phone, online, anonymous, whatever you need, you have the authority to do that. Do it. Kick them to the curb. Don't worry about being alone because you're not going to have to go through this alone. Handle it. You're stronger and have more power than you think to move on. Get rid of them. Your next experience is going to be a much better one because guess what? It can't get worse than feeling alone and miserable and sad and knowing it, being aware of it, okay? So let's get you 3 quick advice cards here. General advice. I don't know why you would need more. It's kind of told you what to do. We have the 6 here twice and we have the 2 3 times. So if 2 or 6 mean anything to you, or maybe 26, then that could be of importance to you. But let's go ahead and pull 3 advice cards, general advice, see if they help you at all. And we will close this one out for you. All right. Deep inward journey. You'll be rewarded for the work. Again, inside, inward journey. You have to make the decision. You have to heal a little bit and then make a good decision to move on, okay? And if you need to get help, fine. But this is your journey, okay? You cannot let somebody talk you into staying, using their pretty words and their mouthpiece and whatever else. Just no. Your purpose is personal expansion. How can you be more intentional with your choices and live with more purpose? Okay, so again, your choice, movement, choices, decisions, and moving on. Your choice needs to be to move on, okay? That's your purpose. Your purpose is to get to a better life, a more harmonious life, a happier life. Make the choice to do that. Harness your power and make the choice to do that. And come together. We need each other. Again, you have the opportunity to get help anywhere you want. Your destiny is literally not to go through this alone. You might find people that will be lifetime friends. You might find the next love of your life that is good and kind and not a devil in one of these groups, in one of these contacts, in one of these support things, that they've gone through the same thing and they know how you feel and they share that experience. This may be something that is like serendipitous, really, okay? It's possible, but come together. We need each other. I mean, I don't know how more to say that you don't need to go through this alone. You might find somebody that could be your lifetime best friend out of this because you share an experience that's horrible. I mean, trauma bonding is serious, okay? And it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes trauma bonding can be a bad thing, that if that's the only thing that bonds you together. But sometimes a shared experience where you've just gone through a bad time together and you guys can share that, but you also share a million other things in common and you're really good friends outside of that situation. That's just what kind of brought you together, can be a wonderful thing. You can find a best friend that way, you know? So it is what you make it, right? But utilize those avenues. They exist for a reason. Support groups exist for a reason. You know, church communities exist for a reason. You know, help support groups exist for a reason. Hotlines exist for a reason. Online support groups exist for a reason. They all exist for a reason. You know, you're not alone in any way. Don't feel that way. Don't ever feel that way. You can get the help, whatever you're going through, okay? And if you need to comment and you want me to comment to you separately because you need help or advice or something, whatever, that's fine, you know? But I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, please do like, subscribe, share, all that great stuff. I do feel like April is going to be an amazing month for you to move forward, change into a more positive, happy person, make that shift, make that adjustment, become a better, happier, healthier, stronger version of yourself by getting away from negativity. I feel that for you. So, in that regard, I'm very happy for you. I do feel that's coming for you. So anyway, I hope everything works out for you, and I hope to see you back this weekend for your weekend energy and next week energy reading. So bye.